All right, I'm going to hit record, and we are going to go, and I have got kind of a lot to talk about, but like not really all in the same sense. Basically what I did was just kind of thought about or looked over the things I've noticed like in the message thread or in the team page or that you guys have messaged me, and just kind of tried to come up with some tips or some things to share just to try and get everybody moving in the right direction and, getting to where you want to be. December, it's already the 6th of December, so I feel like the month is flying by, especially because I just know that it's going to get really busy for people. It's going to get really quiet, and now this next week is really the time to push and the time to really work. So first thing I wanted to say, so this should make Megan's day, make her a little bit brighter, is the Success Club prize. So in November, there were 3 of you, I think, that hit Success Club. So I have a tank top here for you that I'm going to be sending your way. But for, let me share my screen. For December, I found this sweet water bottle today. So if you hit Success Club, and this is for anybody in the downline, so not just my personally sponsored coaches, but I am going to order you this water bottle if you hit Success Club. It says sweat, smile, and repeat. And then I'm also going to, if you do not have the 12-week year, which is this book right here, I am going to give that to you as well as part of your Success Club prize. And if you already have it, then I'm either going to figure out a different book or just give you an Amazon gift card so you can find your own book. But I have already started to kind of put together in the works like a night in January on our team call probably, where we can like work through this together and set some goals, because I've been doing, I started in October, I think, is when I started the 12-week year. And so I've been working through that, and I just love it. Like I'm going to talk a little bit about, when I get to the Power Hour part, I'm going to talk a little bit about the 12-week year. And if you jumped on Heather's call last night, she talked about it. But I'm reflecting a lot on this year, myself and just personally and all this kind of stuff. And I think I told you guys this, I had all these goals on my wall, like right above or behind where my computer is. And like, it was right in the midst of like when Kevin and I were like dealing with his issue like hardcore, and I like looked up at the wall and I was like, wow, every single goal that I have on here I have not hit at all. January 1st last year, I was in the best shape of my life. I had just gotten back from Pittsburgh. Like I had all these big dreams and goals and things I was going to accomplish this year, and then like life happened, and that's what happens is life. And so I looked at that wall and all those goals I had, and I felt defeated. I was like, wow, like none of those got accomplished. Like, I'm like, I feel like this year's been a total failure. And then this book came into my life, and I read it, and I was like, this is what I need, is to, rather than look at the next 12 months, to break it down and look at 12 weeks and say, what do I want to accomplish between now and 12 weeks? And there is one, I think so I wrote all my goals that I have for that at that time written down, and there's one that I'm still pushing for, and I know that we can still do it. And I talked to you guys about it, hitting premiere and that kind of thing. The other goals are probably not going to happen, and I'll probably roll them over into my next 12 weeks. But, for me, especially with how crazy life can be, and you guys know, and as teachers and as, newlyweds and as grandparents and as moms, like life is just you can't control it. Like it just stuff happens. And so I think for me, especially, to break things down by 12 weeks rather than 12 months and look at the huge picture and say, because even in July when we got back from Summit, I even looked at some of my goals and I was like, wow, like there's no way these are going to happen, because it's not that I was dreaming too big, but it just was so out of reach that I wasn't focused enough throughout the time and stuff. So anyways, I kind of got off track, but that is in addition to the water bottle, either this book or if you already have the book, then a different book, and I'll see if I can find one that is just as good, or I'll just give you a gift card and you can purchase your own. One of the things, I jumped on Alyssa's team call last night, and I'm going to share bits from her call because it was actually pretty good. But one of the things, and I've heard Melanie say this too, is expect on the 15th for everything to kind of start to die down, in terms of like people being on Facebook, people responding to messages, like just kind of in general, just expect stuff to kind of move away and shy away, because schools are going to be letting out holiday parties, like all this kind of stuff, you know, and hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully like people still message you and still talk to you and stuff. But they were saying that, you know, from like now until the 15th, that's the time that you really want to push and put a lot of emphasis. And my focus has been starting a lot of conversations with people, and then, you know, putting them on one of my lists on Facebook. So we're having conversation this week, you know, next week, comment, you know, talk a little bit. Then the week of Christmas, just be present on their social media. So just commenting and posting and liking and all that kind of stuff. And then that week right after Christmas is when I'm going to hit them back and say, hey, like, here we go. Are you ready to do this? Like we were talking. So that's kind of my filter system, you know, kind of what my game plan has been for December. So has just been to kind of try and start conversations now, so that by the time end of December hits and they start thinking about making the changes because the holidays are done, you know, then our conversation, it's not just like we're just starting a conversation, you know, we're on it right now. Another question, or it's under my announcements, but I just wanted to throw something out there, and I feel like I say it every call, but be thinking to yourself, am I being consistent on social media? Like, am I being present? Are people seeing that I'm still working out? Are people seeing that I'm still trying to eat healthy and stay on track, even though it's holiday season, even though there's parties, you know, all those kind of things? I don't know if you guys saw my post in the team page today, but all of a sudden, for whatever reason, like this morning, it was supposed to be my lifting day, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do country heat. Like, I can't squat, my back is killing me, and so I really can't do anything with my arms. Like, life just sucks today because I got like no sleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna do country heat. Like, I'm just gonna dance, it'll be fine. And I was like, I haven't really posted a video for a long time, so I took a video of me just doing one of the moves, and I couldn't even do it all the way. I was just like, you know, moving around, whatever. And I literally had 2 people message me, and they're like, hey, what was that video about? Like, what program? That looks really fun. Like, what are you doing? You know, so just keep that in your mind too, that sometimes videos, people see it and they're like, oh yeah, I could do something like that. Or, oh, I didn't realize that was what you could do for a workout, you know? So just think about, you know, being consistent on that social media, even if it's, honestly, even if you're just posting your workout like every day, you know, that's better than not showing up every day and that kind of thing. Hang on. Okay. Oh. All right. So that's kind of it for my announcements. Next week I am doing my free group. I think I'm going to do core, and I'm going to do some Shakeology giveaways too. Like each day, you know, whoever comments that they participate, like I have a lot of packets. I know Megan said this last night too, and I have packets that I'm just going to give away. I'm just going to send to people, you know, in just hopes that they continue to build a relationship and they see, oh, like, you know, giving away, or, you know, not that any of them are going to fully commit, but just kind of doing that as an incentive as well. Okay, so last night, I don't know, and I have not found the recording yet. Once I find it, I'll share it with you, but I took a bunch of screenshots last night because Alyssa's not always the fastest at getting her stuff up. But her call last night was, and I know some of you do this already, where you kind of do a event for your challenge group, or you do like a sneak peek to your challenge group. And this was just another coach sharing her success or her tips into promoting her challenge groups and getting people in there to see them. So this is kind of the game plan schedule that this gal was talking about having in December. And I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to try this and see, because we have the Beachbody Health Bet coming up. And so that is starting on this January 8th, 9th. I don't have my 17 calendar. But so she's kind of talking about promoting her group for the Beachbody Health Bet and talking about that and getting people fired up about that again. And so I'm going to start implementing this for the December 26th group. But I also have it in the back of my head that I know that, we're going to start preseason that week. But I'm also thinking that first week in January, if I have people that sign up that week, which hopefully I do, that I'm still going to add them into that group. So, and get them ready for the Beachbody Health Bet. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is, that group might be a little long. It might be a little big. But I think that's okay if we have, a lot going on and that kind of thing. So what this gal did was, here's kind of her timeline for posting about her event or for her challenge group. So on the 11th, which would be Sunday night, then she's going to do a post about the Beachbody Health Bet Challenge. So, how it's coming out, what it's about, how you can win money for posting your workouts and your Shakeology. She's going to make a general post about it and just announce that that's there. Then on Monday morning, so the 12th, she is going to re-comment on that post so that it bumps it back up in the newsfeed. So like, let's say, for example, she posts about it and then like I comment on it Sunday night and I say, oh my gosh, I'm interested. She's going to wait till Monday morning to respond to me and say, hey, that's awesome. I'll get you added in. That way it bumps back up to the top of her feed and then everybody else sees it again. So she's going to wait till Monday morning to talk about it again or to get it back up on top of the news feed. And probably the same thing throughout the next few days. She's going to stagger her responses so that way it keeps bumping up to the top. Then on the 15th, which is a Thursday, she's going to announce her challenge preview for the Beachbody Health Bet. And this was her example of what hers is going to look like. So obviously, like, I'm sitting here thinking, yep, that's definitely not going to be my focus for December 26th, right? My focus, I'm working through this, is probably going to be like getting back on track, losing baby weight, like some kind of catchy thing that's going to relate to what I'm going through. If you are one that goes out for New Year's Eve, or, you have big goals for 2017 or whatever it might be, pick an area that relates to you. We talk about new year, new you, like what relates to you, and think about who you were before you started. Like, where were you struggling? What was your reason for doing this? Because that's the people that you want to reach with this group. So, like, obviously me, this is not, if I posted this, people would be like, who is this crazy lady? Like, that's not Kylie at all, right? But if I post a picture of me and Kinsley and whether I have a baby, I won't have a baby by Sunday, hopefully, but like, and posting that and talking about getting back on track after having a baby and all those kind of things, like, that's who I'm going to target because that's where I'm at. That's where I was when I started, etc. So think about you. Think about a catchy title that you could come up with. So like, this would be an example of her post for the 15th. So on that Thursday, announcing her challenge preview. And what she does is it wasn't this one. There's another one. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Is it this one? Okay, so this was one. She used the same graphic, but I don't know if you can see this or not. But here's like her post right here. And she has at the bottom, join me for a free preview into the group. So you click on the group and you add it in. And so those of you that have done events before, I'm guessing she pretty much does the same thing that like we usually do in our events. She just does it in a group. And so I'm actually going to try this because I have tried for the last few months to run events and run stuff through my like page, and it just is not getting me good traction. And I am just kind of tired of throwing my time and my energy and my money into those things, and it's not really working for me right now. So I'm going to try and do this as a group. And in this sense, it's people that want to be added in, that are going to be added in. People that I've been talking to, I'm going to add them into here, ask them if they want to join. those that said contact me after the first of the year, like I'm going to talk to them about here, see if they want to get in and check it out. And then on this one, this is her last call, I think, was the one that she did, or she will do on Sunday the 18th. So last call for the challenge preview, and comment below if you want in. And this is to get added into the group. Okay, so her group where she's going to talk about stuff. Same thing then, that Monday morning, comment on it to bump it up. And then on the Tuesday, she's going to make a post about how excited she is. And then later on, one last opening for the Beachbody Health Bet. So commenting that she's got one more spot. So then once she gets into that group, so it will start then for her, and this is just her timeline. It'll start on the 19th is when she is going to kick this off. And she does a welcome post, and I screenshotted all these. So if you want, I can pull them up if you want to see what they look like. I thought I pulled them up. Hang on. No, maybe I didn't get a picture of that. Is that it? No. Oh, wait, right here. Okay, so this is one that she did for November. So here was her welcome post, for example. So she did just a welcome post. Here you can see my request is that you stay positive, blah, 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 blah. And then she said the first post after that welcome, the first thing that she always does is shares her transformation. So shares, who she was when she started, shares about her journey, and shows her before and after and that kind of thing. So that's her first real post, is her transformation story. Then she does a video explaining the challenge group, explaining how the portion containers work. She does the 21-day fix whatever program she's promoting, talks about accountability, talks about having a trainer in your home. Those of us that live, P.S. Shannon, it was 10 degrees today, so I just thought of that, it was freezing today. But anyways, those of us that live in Iowa and it's freezing cold, we can talk about how we don't have to go outside to work out. We can get to the gym. I mean, we can literally stay inside, and I can work out in my pajamas because that's the only thing that fits me, that kind of thing. And then, then she talks about commitment and changes and that kind of thing. So she does a welcome video. She talked about doing a giveaway for those that do purchase. So, and posting that in the group, once you make your purchase, she gave away a size DVD in this November one that she did. So everybody that purchased, their name went in for a drawing for a size program. And then she actually, I don't know if I got a picture of it or not, but she actually posts the link to order in her group, and then people can click on it and just purchase what program they want. And then that way, then they can comment. She does a different countdown for the days to purchase. So counting down 10 days until you have to make your purchase to get into the group, that kind of thing. And then she also does, I thought I had it up here. Hang on, sorry. Oh, this one right here. So then she does a video that lists everybody that's in the drawing. So the 5 people that ordered, she says their 5 names. And then she also makes a JPEG picture and posts it on her Facebook wall and tags all the people that are going to be joining her in the group, because that starts to set them up then for coaching, because people start seeing them. People are realizing, they're being part of an accountability group. They're starting something. They start to watch their journey and that kind of thing. So I'm still playing out the logistics in my head of what I want to do, but I am going to try doing this through a group setting. And then those that purchase, I'll transfer them then to the challenge tracker app. But, because I've tried it as an event the last few times, and you can get people in there. With the group, I don't know if they'll be able to get more notification about it rather than through an event page, that kind of thing. Trying to look over my notes quick. But yeah, so that just kind of gave her timeline of sharing on her personal page, and then what she does in the group once people get there. She has people comment once they purchase, so that way, and I don't expect this to be huge in December, but I think it's something that if I continue or we continue to implement this and give it a try, I think it's something that could be great because like she's obviously been doing this for a long time. So like she's gotten really good at it, kind of like Katie Ursa and her free groups, like she's gotten really good at it and stuff. But it's something I'm going to try, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to market those people. I'm probably going to still offer 21 Day Fix, Country Heat, and Core de Force for that New Year group. So I'll probably talk a little bit about the 3 of those. I'll probably put more emphasis on Country Heat because I know that that's the program that I'm going to do right away when I can. So I know that I'm putting a little bit more emphasis on that one. But yeah, so that was one of the big things I wanted to share. And once Alyssa gets the recording up, I'll definitely post it because it was good information. I wish the gal herself could have been on here on the call to share about it. But you guys have any questions on that? I kind of ran through that really fast, but nope. Okay, awesome. I'm going to, where is this? I'm going to stop the share. Okay. All right, and the last thing that I wanted to talk about, or the main thing I want to talk about, was your power hour. And I've had a lot of you say, I can't figure out a power hour. I can't figure out what I need to do. I can't figure out, find something that works for me. I can't find something that sticks with me. And I don't know if it's because you're trying to take what works for me and make it work for you, or I'm just not exactly sure, where those of you that are struggling are at. And so one of the things I wanted to, and some of you I've told this to, is what I did when I made my power hour sheet. And when I started my 12-week year a couple weeks ago, I redid this. And so I sat down and I said to myself, I did a brain dump. I'm like, okay, what are the things that I have got to do every day that need to get done in order for me to continue to move forward and build my business and reach those people and ultimately hit the goals that I have set for myself. So I did a dump, or what are the things that need to be done every single day? And then I sat there and I said, okay, what are the things that need to be done every week? Like once a week, what are the things that I need to do? What are the things that, listen to the National Wake Up Call, do the team call, what are the things that need to be done at least once a week? And I just kind of dumped those all onto a sheet, onto a tracker, and then I divvied them up. So some of the things that need to get done every single day, that's what I try to get done in the morning. So like adding my friends on Facebook, sending out my happy birthday messages, checking into the challenge group, my workout, trying to get in some personal development, whether it's listening to a call or reading, those kind of things. I try to send out my invites or my messages, any checkbacks that I have. I try to get a big bulk of stuff done in the morning. And then at the evening, what I've started to do, and it's been working for me lately, so that's why I wanted to share this too, is the evening when I have those lists of things that need to get done throughout the week, I take that list and I figure out 3 things each night that I want to get done. So what are 3 things that, each night I come down with 3 things that I really want to get done. And some of those include like just returning all the messages that I have in my inbox, that kind of thing. But for example, tonight, the 3 things that I really want to get done, or today I should say, one of them was to jot down my notes for the team call. Like that was one thing I knew I needed to get done today. I want to kind of pencil out my December 26th game plan for that challenge group. And then I need to go through and make a list on Facebook of the people that I have on my interest list for December that I want to be in contact with. So those are the things that I want to get done today and tonight. Yesterday I had to go through all my messages on my messenger, delete the ones or move the people where I needed to, send out messages to people that I want to contact next week, so like starting conversations. And then I wanted to check in with my coaches. Okay, it didn't get done last night, but I got it done this morning. So I tried to check in with everybody this morning, send them a message if I didn't talk to them yesterday, that kind of thing. So I started to jot down in my planner, aside from that, what are 3 things that I really need to do every day besides those general adding friends, checking in the challenge group, those kind of things. One other thing I've noticed for myself especially is the busier that I get, or the busier that life is, the more important it is for me to cut the fluff. So many times I think there's all these things I need to do, all this crap I need to do. Cut the fluff. Like this morning I was like, I should make a cool graphic for the team call tonight, like to try and attract everybody's attention. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? That will take me 5 to 10 minutes to sit there when I can literally just type it out in 2 seconds of what I want to say for the team call. Cut the fluff. I just did it. Was it cute? Was it attractive? Nope. But you know what? You guys saw this morning that there was going to be a team call. You knew what the topic was going to be, and I went from there. So that's one of the things I've been really trying to do, is just cut the fluff, do those basic things that are going to move me forward and that I need to continue to do to be successful. And a quote that I saw today I wanted to share too, I ran across it when I was looking for some content. It was, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And I think that's so true with us in this business and with your Beachbody and with your workouts and just everything, is that being successful is doing those small things every single day, no matter what, no matter if you feel like it or not, saving those kind of mindless activities maybe for when you're watching TV, like, checking into the challenge groups or connecting with people on Facebook, adding friends, that kind of thing. So I try to have the things that I do every single day, and I try to do those in the morning because that's the one time I know that my day's not going to be interrupted, is in the morning. Evening to do, I try to have those 2 or 3 things that I need to get done, and I get done. And I've noticed I've been more focused this week too when I've done that. Like in the past, it used to be I looked at my huge list and I was like, oh my gosh, where do I even start? And then I end up scrolling Facebook or looking at my back office and like not paying attention or not focusing, and I end up wasting an hour. So trying to figure out the 3 things, the 3 that are going to move you forward, move you into the next day, help you reach those goals, whatever it is, if it's Success Club or it's volume or whatever it might be, what's going to move you forward and get you that way. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. If you're struggling with what to do on your power hour, take 10 minutes, sit down, dump everything out that you need to get done every day. Dump out everything that you need to do every week, and then, figure out, well, Mondays that would work for me to do this. Tuesday nights are really busy because we have the team call, so it'd be better if I did this on Tuesday night because it doesn't take as long, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I would suggest doing, and you can use mine as an example. There's tons of power hour trackers out there, but you really have to find what works best for you. And for me, it's that chart where I can cross it off when I get stuff done. And then I can see, like, last night I had a super productive night. Like, I got a lot of stuff checked off. Tonight is probably not going to be that productive because I know I have the team call and I can't sit and scroll on my phone like I could yesterday during an hour and a half of calls, so, and I know that I have to get to bed because I'm going on like 3 days of hardly any sleep. So that's not good for me. But, so I know tonight I'm not going to get as much done, but I got a lot more done last night, and I know that tomorrow I'll be able to get more done and so on. One other thing before I open it up and let you guys have questions, one other thing that I have been doing lately that's been really working and really beneficial, I guess you could say, is I have started sending out my invites and my responses and my checkbacks with people as voice messages on Facebook Messenger. So I have just started, if somebody says, yeah, I'm interested, send me some details. I send them a voice message. And so like today when that gal messaged me about Country Heat, she's like, hey, I saw your video. I've seen, your workouts. What is this? It looks awesome. And I first started off like just saying, hey, it's Country Heat. Like, it's dance cardio. It's super fun. You don't even feel like you're working out. And then she responded back with something about like needing to lose baby weight and blah, blah, blah. And so I jumped on a voice message and I sent her like 2 minutes worth of a message. But I just felt like she could hear the enthusiasm in my voice and my story, and just felt like it was better than me trying to type it back out. So just wanted to throw that out there, let you know that that's something I've been doing and it's been working for me, I feel like. Or even if people kind of respond in a negative way and I send them a message back, like a voice message, then usually they kind of realize, oh, wow, like I probably did sound like a jerk, or, yeah, that really wasn't that nice of me or whatever. So, but yeah, so that's what I got. I feel like I talked super fast, but you guys have any questions or anything? No? All right. Well, I can let you guys go if there's no questions. But going once, going twice. All right. Well, Shannon, yes, it was, I think when I came home tonight, it was 18 degrees. But like with the wind chill, I think it's going to get below zero tonight, I think. Or no, close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had all indoor recess today because it was below zero.
Yeah.
And I just assumed she was from Iowa, but I just looked and she's from Alabama, so.
Yeah. Oh, I muted you, Shannon, earlier. Sorry. Hang on. I can unmute you. Oops. There you go, Shannon. Now you can talk.
Oh, I said I'm freezing in my house right now.
You even have the accent all.
Hey, y'all.
My friend Lisa lives in South Carolina, and Friday, did it snow on Friday? I think so. She sent me a message. She's like, girl, it's like 70 degrees here. I'm like burning up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's snowing here. It's snowing. I'm like, shut up. Enjoy it. Because she's like, oh, I wore a scarf today and it's hot. And I'm like, shut up. Like, just shut up. It is freezing here. But we're just not used to it. We'll get used to it. It's bad when it gets like 30 degrees and you're like, oh, it's a heat wave. Like 30. Woo. That's really bad. So, all right, you guys. Well, I'm going to go and get a few things done. You guys should too. So, thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. Don't hesitate to reach out with questions or anything. And again, once I find that recording from Melissa, I will share it. Or if you have more questions about that, you're interested in maybe just kind of seeing what I'm kind of thinking with that and stuff, yeah, just let me know. But I'm working on getting that set up this week too, so I can kind of get that rolling and just try and target people in a different way and come at them again without directly getting at them, I guess you could say. So, all right, I'm gonna